price on the bungle. Y'all motherfuckers ain't ready. Facing the most, get a conditioning committee and sharpest and machete. Dope, I don't. Herbs, I do. You bitch probably didn't see me with a bird's eye view. Ooh. It's alive, your head spin. Stop walking the one way to a fucking dead end. But y'all are coward hard. Get the gasoline candle. Get this fucking fire started. Heart jump like a baby drum pump. If you better than meet the alligator in the swamp. Here I go. 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 Ah. No, y'all niggas ain't right here. I know y'all niggas ain't. You motherfuckers know about rap. Who put you on the map? No, y'all niggas ain't fucking with you. Rockin' my damn. Here I go. The man right here. Here I go. Here I go. Damn. All out. What you be doing? Rhyme saying. Straight with up. Suckers on sword. Holes on them. Niggas old band is thing. I got them praying the land king. Ask them who. I ain't playing, baby. Want you to be. Tell them turn the cheek. Got bad like Mad Max and knock a one in the fucking teeth. G in the machine. Executioner. B.O.B. is the guillotine. My lifestyle brutal. Hit on the poodle. After disaster, I had to sip it no chicken noodle. With your ass getting fucked by your women. From a shark dog. Bitch, at night don't go swimming. Just if you do, you do. There was more than there. I'd probably be the king of the Looney Tunes. Cutting gas, nasty assassin. While I'm slashing, smashing, kicking ass with a passion. Mr. Cold on the road. Just that cold with another nigga couldn't touch me with a bad pole. Wanna fight, I might. But you're too damn light, like a knife. I rip you from your ass to your appetite. Gangsta, and sinister. Fuck it out, I'm the foreign minister. Don't brag flag. On a battle, bring a body back. I'm only needed to carry your stupid ass. I'm served. Time to serve rhymes. I heard like words of King George the Third. I'm proceed to mislead and speak. Hold out G. The Bible is sour like Johnny Appleseed. I am true. Hoes call me smooth, bitch. I'm smooth. Watch your fucking attitude. Rap from the back. Curves like a Mac. I'm like a black cat on the trail of a fat rat. You're gonna overdose and choke all these rhymes I wrote. Somebody said that you were looking for me. Here I go. 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 I'm going straight for your throat like a coyote on a goat. Nobody knows you spent me like a hoe. No, you hoe. Can I find the antidote? When I start with flow, make our heroes huff, puff, and bluff. Come touch this rough stuff and get cuffed. Snuff, buff, and scuff. You can't get with this on witness. I'm bad to them. I fuck you up with the quickness. I paid my dues. I'm bad news to fools. I choose to lose. Fuck the rules. I wreck Buku cruise. But the words I use, I feel like you should hear. Just screaming and singing the blues. You've been childish. I never bled in the battle. I refuse to bruise. You can bring your whole posse, bitch. I still won't lose. I stop your whole staff. Must want a bloodbath. Fucking rip brass. Break you in half and last snap. Serve you back. You killed you and heard you. Think about them words you heard. You fucking nerd. You tried to bribe me, ride me, dodge me. Fucking fight, making money on my hobby. Please them and grease them up. Got them up, set them up, butted them up. Put up. Wanna fight, bitch? Put them up. How that son? Come get knocked down. Balloons I throw, bitch, you won't last around. I bet, let's see what we can fuck with next. Step that ass in the ring, and I'ma jab it to death. Cause I'm the mad black prince of the south. And he who run up don't get knocked the fuck out. All around, overblow, we can go. Cause if you really look for ass whooping. Here I go, 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 here I go.
Hello, good evening. It's High Priestess Jamila. That is High Priestess Jamila. How y'all doing? I wanted to come because you know what? Maybe somebody needed to hear this. Okay. It just was real random. And I'm sitting here watching my movie, but that's okay because I need to go downstairs. I need to make some brownies. Okay. And yeah, box brownies. So, I figure I could pause my movie, but I had to come and just blurt. Had to come and just blurt this out, y'all. Listen. First of all, I want y'all to know the difference between a narcissist and a narcissistic abuser. Okay. There are some people who actually do identify as narcissists, right? Um, they do identify as that, or at least they should. I notice a problem with them. They're always accusing other people of being narcissistic while being a narc apologist and all of that and supporting abuse, but whatever. There is a difference between being narcissistic, you know. Narcissistic people really, once they have experienced certain things, typically it depends on what other mental illnesses could be present along with the narcissism. But most narcissistic people are not bad people at all. Okay, they don't bother anybody. Okay, right. I don't want to say they're not bad people, but they just don't bother people. There's a difference between being a narcissist and being a narcissistic abuser. Okay, that's when you got something real serious going on with that. You got somebody that's a narcissistic abuser or either a narcissistic stalker or either there's different levels to narcissism. Okay, I do know that. But the one thing I want to tell you guys, because this is the one thing that you need to know, make peace within yourself, heal yourself, do all of that stuff, make peace with yourself and your loved ones and the people that matter. Never make peace or amends or work nothing out with a narcissist, especially somebody that has done something particularly ruthless to you. They have no excuse. Do not ever, and this is one thing that they always do, they always try to come back and to convince you that it depends. They want to talk about it, right? Hey, Stefan, good evening. They want to talk about it. They actually want to relive the experience because a narcissistic abuser is feeding off of you energetically when they are abusing you. Yes, narcs do feed. They do. They're very parasitic, but a narcissistic abuser is literally like their feeding is very different to where like these people have actually killed people before. You know what I'm saying? Like they have actually put people in the hospital. They have actually caused people to have nervous breakdowns, heart attacks, strokes. These are some of the most diabolical people is a narcissistic abuser. Okay, a malignant narcissist is what I'm talking about. And what they will do is they will literally have you on this cycle, this program of abuse that they at that time, like the whole time, they're literally trying to murder you. Like they are literally trying to murder you. Like they don't care about your life. Like it's really weird. No matter what it is that they've done to you, they think that you owe them forgiveness. No matter what, it doesn't matter. Like literally, they could do something to do harm to your child. They could do something to cause you to possibly die. They could possibly put poison or something in your food. They could really, really do something evil. And they have an expectation for you to forgive them. Okay. Which is really weird, but it just is what it is. They can think that all they want, that they are worthy of forgiveness from you. However, the one thing that you never, ever, ever, ever do is try to make amends or make peace with a narcissist. It is do not ever make peace or amends directly with them. Do not ever do it. First of all, a narcissistic abuser, they will do that, but then they will also continuously do it. If you notice, when you're completely done with a narcissist, they're constantly trying to do that, constantly. Okay. It'll be a cycle that they go through. Guess what? When they are able to get you to open, because that's opening up your heart to somebody, guess what? That's more of them coming back for supply. That's all it is. I really think that narcissistic people get off on feeling like they can manipulate people's emotions. Like it's one of the things that they love to get off on, whether or not they're trying to make you cry or trying to upset you. They just love that, right? It's something that they get off on. But when they do diabolical things, and they typically can't go past 90 days or 3 months. If you notice, once they have literally, once you have been in a situation with a narcissist that is totally ridiculous, I mean, to the point where they're being so evil towards you that you may think that you're going to die. Like a lot of people that have dealt with narcissistic people have felt like they were being set up to die or something. Okay. So after they've done something that can literally harm you, harm your health, harm your livelihood, cause a lot of problems, they want to eventually talk about it. Do not, I don't give a damn if that's your ex-husband and y'all was married for 40 years. I do not care. Do not ever make amends. Leave that fucking wound open. Leave it open. Not for you, leave it open for them. Because, first of all, you're the one that has the emotions. However, the wounding, it's there, but the narcissist has gotten so crafty at projecting it to other people that they don't necessarily have to go through it, right? So they know how to, narcs are very good at being in denial about the things that they do, right? About the pain that they cause to people, about the problems that they cause to people. They will sit and convince themselves, and they have to be surrounded by an enabler. That's one of the reasons why you couldn't get along with the narc, especially if you're just a very real person, because you just refuse to enable that person. You refuse to enable them. Leave the wound open. In fact, ask your spirits to make maggots form in that fucking womb. Let the womb turn into gangrene. Let it die. Let it fucking rot. Don't ever, ever, ever make amends with a narcissist, ever, because they are feeding off of you. That they are literally, that is a part of their supply. When they have done something so outlandish, because trust me, it gets worse and worse. Like, you notice how when they do their little narcissistic abuse tactics, it just seems like it just gets worse and worse. Like it just be something like, are you kidding me? Like, are we not living life here? Like, what the hell is going on? And it just gets worse and worse to the point where you're just like, oh my God. And it really depends on the psychology of the narc that you're dealing with. It really does depend on their mental capacity, because some narcs are very cartoonish, colorful with it, and those are usually the ones that either have other mental illnesses with it. Rarely are you going to find a narcissistic abuser that does not have other active, untreated mental illnesses such as derealization disorder, cognitive dissonance, schizophrenia, right? People don't realize a lot. I feel like when a person has a mental illness and they're acknowledging it and they are getting the proper help for it, right? I have a lot of empathy for them. However, when it comes to schizophrenic people and people with borderline personality disorder, which, I think that these are just medical terms for them. However, a lot of times people like me, we do sometimes see it as possession. I personally feel that it's possession. I personally feel like narcissistic people lack a soul, right? I do. I feel like they don't have a soul because they're not conscious of what they're doing. They're never actually conscious. That's how they're able to do some of the horrible shit that they are able to do. That's how they are able to say some of the horrible stuff. And all they have to do is make up whatever they want to make up. For example, if they come in to the room and they start drilling you or like just being abusive and it makes no sense and they're just, or if they start a war with you or something, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, well, it doesn't matter who started because they feel like you have to always be the bigger person. They feel like you have to sit there and you have to take that shit. And nobody has to take that shit. Nobody. Now, I don't even know why that, I've dealt with a narcissist abuser and I don't know why he chose me because I am a whole trip. I am a bitchy, witchy bitch. I am not like, I was born on the cusp of Gemini, right? And I have a Gemini dominant chart. I have a moon sign that's Virgo. So I have a Mercurian dominant chart, but I am a Cancer, right? I have a Leo rising. And I'm just like all witchy throughout my chart. So I don't even know why anybody would ever think that I would take that shit. Like, experiment gone wrong, honey. Like, no, honey, you're not gonna get away with that over here because what we like to do is peace and harmony. What we like to do is happiness. You know what I'm saying? We we like to do positive things. We like to actually heal. Like we don't even like what I don't know what all that other stuff like what you doing or what is that? Like we don't know what that is. No, we like trust. We like trust. We like the feeling of ecstasy, not the pill. We like the feeling, just the feeling of joy, just that bubbly, like just sparkles and like just tingles. We like tingles. People like me, that's why we shower 2 or 3 times a day because we just love the way the water feels and our bodies are tingly. We just like to be in an orgasmic place. We don't like all that drama and trauma, things that are killing you, that are causing your cholesterol to go up, your blood pressure go up. No, we like nice things like little puppies and stuff. And we just, little kittens and just, those little stolen moments of just pleasure. We just like, that's what we like. Okay. That's what we like. We don't like all that. Like, what is that you're doing? Is that life? Is that life that you're doing? Oh, no, that's your version of life. That's not my version of life. That's your version of life. We love happiness, peace, and joy over here. Okay. And then also the way that I was born on a Thursday, baby. That says a lot. And I got a Leo rising. And I got the sun rising. No, no. Okay. So anyway, but they love doing that. But the one thing about it is that I do have a theory that they're possessed by parasites. I do. That like, and do I think that a narcissist could get their soul back? Absolutely. But they don't think it's anything wrong. Like narcissistic people, like I think that when it comes to people that are schizophrenic, when it comes to people that are borderline personality, when it comes to people with other like mental illnesses like that, like they know that something is wrong. Like they are aware of it. Narcissistic people, when you blend narcissism in it for some reason, that's when the saying goes, crazy people don't know they goddamn crazy. They don't know they crazy. And if you notice with a narcissist, what they'll do is they'll say the most outlandish, weird, like what, like this is weird, bro. This is weird, bro. Hey, get up away from me. Get up away from me. Okay. And they won't remember what they've said to you. They won't even remember. And you know what's crazy is that they have selective. See, this is how you can tell narcs are slick. They will be selective about who they abuse. Okay. However, everybody around them are hurt by what they do to other people. Everybody around them, even the people that they coddle over or they dote over or they're able to control themselves with, they're hurting them too. Yeah, because it's just a big ball of negative karma, and it's all these woundings and scabs that won't heal, and then putrefaction from people that get pissed off at them. They've been cursed a million times. Yes, they're going to continue to be cursed. And what people are doing is they're like, well, listen, I know that you need narcissistic supply, because really you need to because they don't really need you to heal, right? You need you to heal. They don't need you to heal. They're just being manipulative. Don't fall for it. They're manipulative. They're like, oh, I want to make amends. I just want to talk to you. Talk about what? Um, talk about what? What is there to talk about? Well, I just want to feel better about myself and I need some supply from a nice person. And since I surround myself with other narcs that enable me, I don't actually get anything real. So I need some supply. That's what they want. They want supply. That's it. They feed off of that. Do not do it. Don't ever make amends with them. Don't ever make peace with them. You know what? I don't understand why they do that. It's a constant game. Go on with your life is what you have to say to the narc. No, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to make you feel better about the situation. Oh, yeah. That don't try to make them feel better about that situation. Especially when now I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all do know that every bad situation does not have anything to do with narcissism. And everybody that you have a negative experience with is not necessarily narcissistic, right? So that word is being thrown around a lot. But a true narc, you gonna feel it, you gonna know it, because there is literally that I can detect a narc because they literally have no consciousness. That's how I detect them versus another type of person. You know what I'm saying? But typically the like okay, let's say that you was even if they're on drugs or something, even if they're on drugs, a person that's on drugs or an alcoholic, drug addicts might steal something, they may steal or whatever. It's very, very different. It's not the damn same. It is not. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you get a narcissist that's on drugs, oh God, that's bad. But they want to come back. They want to apologize, and what they'll do is sometimes they'll apologize, but sometimes they'll say, oh well, I just want to work it out, I want to move on, they'll do that about 20,000 times until they've somehow kept you in a loop of trying to make amends. or trying to make peace with it. And I'm here to tell you, Spirit is telling me this narcissist. Listen, I want to say this to every narcissistic person out there. Nobody is trying to make peace with you. Nobody needs to make peace with you. You need to just go. You need to just go and don't come back is what you need to do. Don't ever think about coming back. Don't ever, no, nobody's going to make amends with you. Nobody's going to give you amends. Let's call it the supply of making amends. That's what that is. Okay. And it'll go on and on and on and on and on forever and ever. It will last for years. And trust and believe that during that time, and you may be tempted to want to be friends with them. That's if they, that's if you're kind of like, a very forgiving, friendly type of person. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, I'm not a friendly type of person. I'm friendly, but I'm not friendly to that capacity. No, I'm not interested in being your friend. I personally feel that narcissistic abusers, if it is proven that they have narcissistically abused someone, I feel like they should do time in jail for that. They have hurt more people so very badly. They have done the most to people. I mean, those are the ones that are particularly, into dropping revenge porn, trying to humiliate people. They do a lot. They do a lot to violate a person. Okay. And there's no need for you to speak to that person again. And if they can't accept it, then they can catch your spiritual hands. Ask your spirit guides to let it rot. Let it rot. They can't feed off of that rot. They can't. If you give them that energy to where you're like, okay, and the conversation, they'll actually have the audacity to ask you what happened, what did they do. And what I'm seeing in the spiritual community, which is really disturbing, is narcissists pretending that they're under some kind of black magic spell or something of somebody else's, and no, they're just a narc. Okay, they're just narcissistic. Right. Do not ever make amends to them with them. Walk away. Get your protection put up. Don't even be concerned about their threats unless you really feel like your life is in danger. Definitely get a restraining order, but do not make amends with them. Do not, because just get them out of your life and keep them out of your life. Okay. Eventually, they're going to take the hint that you just simply don't want anything else to do with them. That's a fact. Okay. They always want to make amends. That's a part of their feeding cycle. That's a part of them getting their narcissistic supply. Nothing is real with those types of people. Everything is a game. They're playing you like a fiddle. What you should be focused on when it comes to a narcissist, which is why I'm glad I never had children with a narc. None. I had never experienced narcissistic abuse before, till recently. If you got a child with a narcissist, if I had a child with a narcissistic abuser, they need to make it legal in the courts to alienate them from their children. I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I'd be like, no, no. You know what I'm saying? They need that, and that's one thing I don't like really about the American courts is that they really don't protect us from people that are mentally ill, because narcissistic people are factually very, very, very freaking mentally ill. I literally would, and those are the things that should be addressed right now. But unfortunately, Unfortunately, what politics and what our courts are about right now is coddling narcissistic abusers, is what is happening right now. So I'm not even going to get into that. That needs to change immediately. It is very, very sad what is happening. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, don't ever make amends with them. They'll say, well, I want to make peace about the situation. Well, I don't. I'm good. I'm at peace without, I don't need to make peace with you or talk to you about anything. Well, I need to talk to you about for. But for why? That's my boy Terry K. But for why? Why I need to talk to you about anything? I don't want to talk to you about nothing. See what I'm saying? And it ain't about hurting them. It's more so about not giving them their supply. Go fix yourself then. You're a seriously very, very flawed individual. Like you're literally messed up. Like, let's keep it real, y'all. Real, authentic narcissistic abuse is it is downright humiliating. It is disgraceful. It is some of the worst. I had never ever, I mean, honestly, this goes deeper. Narcissistic abuse goes deeper and beyond, a woman being married to a man that just slaps her around. Like we're talking about emotional scars. And then what I noticed is the feeling of brainwave changes dealing with narcissists. They are so devastating to the spirit. They are just so no. They're just like a big no. They're, constantly 24/7. Oh, I want to talk to you. No. Then they want to go somewhere and play victim. They never actually say what they did. Sometimes they want to pretend they don't remember what they did, what they said about you, how they humiliated you, how they messed things up for you, how they sabotaged you, how they almost killed you. How they purposefully plotted against you and betrayed you, like literally plotted and planned that and thought that it was funny. At that time, they thought it was funny, or it was satisfying to them to think about your suffering. Did you ever do that to them? Nope. Nope. You never did that to them. But then they'll say you know what I've been noticing here lately, guys, that is really, really very disturbing is very narcissistic people accusing others of being narcissistic because they're angry at them. It's really bizarre. We know who the real narcissist is because you are stalking, and hold on to the situation. Why not just let it go? Let it go, move on with your life, and never speak of, think of, or contact that person again. Never do it again. There's no reason for you to talk to a narcissist except for them needing supply. One thing about I can tell you about narcissistic people is that all they know how to do is pretend. They actually never had any love for you. Never had any love for you. This is supposed to be a person that you're in an intimate relationship with. They never had any love for you. Like literally, they just don't care. They don't care. We're not talking about just a complete stranger. However, narcissists will go and find and work with other narcs to abuse you, which is really disgusting. It literally looks like a bunch of roaches feeding off of a piece of salmon or something. It's really weird. They're just very, very weird. You know, we call them weird weirdo and weird weirdness. You know, we don't want to be bothered with you. No, we don't need to make amends. No, it's not going to make us feel better to sit up here and hear you come up with some half-cocked excuse for your behavior. And I just want to know how you was doing. Oh, I'm doing fine in spite of what you wanted. What do you mean? You wanted me to die? If I were to ever like run into a narc, or if they were to force a conversation or somehow, kind of like blindside me with it, I'd remind them of what they doing. I wouldn't be they wouldn't get my doughy cat eyes. They definitely would not get that. You about to catch the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and so help you God. Okay. That's what you about to get. Nothing more, nothing less, and no, you don't get no supply. And you should say it to their face. I deny you your supply. Bye. End of story. What are they gonna say to you? You gonna give me my supply. Say that you love me or something like that. And, say that you say that. Just say what I need you to say. They need you to ask them why. They need you to understand that. See, everything that we as normal human beings need and are nurtured by is just literally supply for the narc. It's different. It's different from a normal person that just needs love and healing. It's very different. It's not the same, because what they're going to do is they're going to laugh at you. They're going to talk about you behind your back. They're going to plot against you, or they're going to talk about you like you're weak. They're going to say, oh, this person is so weak. They're going to call you stupid. They're going to call you stupid for supplying them anything. Like, this is a fact. Am I lying or am I flying? Y'all know I ain't lying. Don't talk to them at all. Never speak to them again. Never. They may have, and some of them are denying that they've done anything wrong, and they literally have revenge porn or some kind of something on their Facebook page right now. Right? Like, and then they'll say, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, you're just pathetic. Does that make me a cruel person? No, it doesn't. I'm just keeping it real. Let the shit fester. Let them sit there and fester. Let them stew in the decay of what they did. Don't ever sugarcoat it. Don't pour powdered sugar on it. And they'll be like, wow, I can't believe that. And always have that look for them. You're gonna look at other people that you love and that you can trust differently. But just you just look at them like, how you just have that look on your face like, get the fuck out of here. You're so full of shit. You know how when you look at somebody that's full of shit, that's how you look at a narc. You don't, you do not. I wouldn't give them 1 grain of salt. I wouldn't give them 1 grain of sugar. They never deserved it anyway. And it is what it is. And all of that narcissistic, what do they call that when they're a narc apologist? No, I don't do that, because I truly believe that narcissistic people could change. I think they could, but they refuse to because they're too perverted. They're too perverted to change. It's a perversion. Looking for my other sock, y'all. They too perverted to change. Okay. And a lot of them, which is very, very dangerous, have adapted to what they call BDSM. Get the fuck, like, wow. Like, that's why I would never play around with that shit. BDSM is nothing but a training ground for slavery, for people to accept some kind of slavery or degradation. Tell the narc, say, nope, I surround myself with people that have good sense and respect. I don't do, no, I don't deal with your species at all. You know, I wouldn't even give them the opportunity to even come up to you and say anything to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even say anything to me. What are you talking to me for? So, just FYI, don't do it. Like I said, they typically, when they reach that 3 month mark, that's when they got to come back and try to get your sympathy, your attention, completely deny them, close the door. And I want to say this to all these practitioners out here: don't do spiritual work for them. Don't ever do spiritual work for a narcissist. It literally takes 5 minutes for you to ask your cards, or less, for you to ask your cards, is this person a narcissist? You'll get the correct answer, or ask your spirit guides, your bones, cards, whatever it is that you use. Straight up and down. Okay. All right, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure that y'all hit that thumbs up. Y'all have a happy Samhain. As y'all can see, we are more than prepared. I will be carving all of these pumpkins. I've got 5 of them now. Well, I've got 4 to carve. I might get 2 more. I'm not sure. Anywho. We don't need to feed the narcissists anymore. Let's quit feeding them. People always say their supply, their supply. Okay, stop feeding them. In fact, I don't even think we should talk about them. In fact, this is going to be my last video that I ever do about narcissistic abusers ever. This is my contribution. Shout out to all of the survivors of narcissistic abuse. I love you guys. I love all my peeps out there that, whether or not you survive narcissistic abuse or not. If nobody told you they love you today, however, High Priestess Jamila loves you so much. And exactly. Yep. And I'll see y'all next time. All right. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. It definitely helps with my algorithm. And then also make sure that y'all hype up my videos. Please give me some hype on this. Okay. All right, y'all. Bye. Hugs. Bye. Bye, Stefan. Have a good night. Eat some candy. Bye, y'all.